we'll be starting in a few minutes, and today's a rehearsal for the Teach to Reach conference that will be taking place 26th to 28th of January. Now, if you're watching us on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, first of all, welcome. And second, this will give you a taste, a flavor of what is to come with this conference, which will be focused, as you can see, on COVID-19 vaccine introduction. And if you are an immunization professional, your Ministry of Health, whatever country you are in, anywhere in the world, is working on thinking about planning how to introduce COVID-19 vaccines so that the most vulnerable individuals, then the population, can be protected from the coronavirus. And this conference is going to be about that, and specifically about how we build capacity, how we train, how we teach and learn, how we lead around this ultimate Teach to Reach challenge. So join us today for this first rehearsal, and then we'll be having successive rehearsals on the 18th and the 25th, where we'll be also giving a little bit of content, a little bit introducing the topic and giving you a feel for what is going to happen with this conference. So we'll be back in just under three minutes, and already I want to greet Dr. Subhadeep, member of the Teach to Reach organizing committee. It is great to see the rehearsal, as well as Dr. Tanushree Mandal, who says greetings from Dr. Tanushree Mandal from West Bengal, India. So members of the organizing committee, they are okay, and wonderful Betty Raymond, One's Love. All right, that's great. Who's connecting from Facebook and joining live from Ghana. Please do let us know your city, as well as the country you're connecting from. Who knows, there may be somebody else from your city or from your country, definitely from your country, but perhaps also from your city. You may not think there are participants in this conference, but as you're going to hear, there's a very, very large number of people who are going to participate. So we're very excited, and I'm going to be sharing this excitement, walking through. There are right now, let's see, let me just go to my, in the conference rehearsal space, you can see there's already 228 people attending. And that's just for the rehearsal. I'm going to give you the actual number of people who are registered for this conference and help you make sense of why this conference is drawing so much attention, getting people so excited. We're going to hear also firsthand from a few of the team leaders and members of the organizing committee who are with us. That's in just under 1 minute and 30 seconds. Warm welcome to everyone here. We're getting started. We're kicking off today the first of 3 rehearsals for the Teach to Reach Accelerator Conference. If you're just joining us now, there's quite a few people I can see across the different platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and most important, we've got more than 228 people attending the rehearsal. So what's the point of this rehearsal? We're building up towards the Teach to Reach conference. Go to the learning.foundation website if this is the first time you're hearing about it. I'm going to give you information you'll be able to get nowhere else. But the most important thing, if you're watching us online and you're not actually already participating in the rehearsal, is to register. So how does registration work? You click here to secure your seat now, put in your name and email, and request your conference registration. So that's very important. Do it now before we run out of seats. So what we are doing today, what is the rehearsal? And just for anybody who ran into trouble to actually join the rehearsal, before we go any further, I'm just going to show you. You go to, so first of all, you need the correct link, and then you need to, you can check any of these for now. So let's say you're a Teach to Reach alumnus, you go to checkout, and then you're going to have to fill in your first name, last name, email address, and create a password that you'll have to remember because you'll need that password again. Click those two check boxes. In my case, I've already got an account, so I'm just going to go ahead and sign in to come into the rehearsal. Now, if you're participating in the rehearsal, you saw that the stage was live. So here you've got a number of things, the full agenda, the full schedule for the rehearsal. The actual conference will have a much more detailed agenda. And so you want to go to the stage. And once you're here, click on the red arrow right here. Great to see some comments from Dr. Tanushree Mandel, who says, great feeling. Hello, my dear colleagues. Sohini is there as well. Today, members of the organizing committee for Teach to Reach, as well as members of the COVID-19 Scholar Peer Hub who have been invited. Charlotte, how are you doing? How are you feeling about this conference? Today is, I believe it is D-15.
D-15.
Yeah.
Exactly, Reda. And the excitement is mounting as the days go by. But it's great to see the scholars, the organizing committee members, as well as country team leaders join us today for this rehearsal that we hope as the days go by will be more make things smooth and make the conference participants have an excellent experience throughout the 3 days of the conference. So just really looking forward to the way things are going to roll out, and wanting to listen to country team leaders tell us more about how they are actually preparing for the conference. Thank you, Reda. Over.
Indeed. Today we've got a number of team leaders and members of the conference organizing committee. The organizing committee is composed of 228 Teach to Reach alumni from 35 countries, so we'll be hearing from them. But first, I want to give you the number. So we're up to 2,702 immunization professionals registered. You can see 1,423 of them are Anglophones. And many of them are actually, in addition to being in the rehearsal space, in the conference rehearsal, are also participating or following online. So hello to JP Grace, to Mariam Bello, to Ange from Central African Republic, Deepika Bola, who is joining us from LinkedIn, from India via LinkedIn, I should say. So he is an MBA student. Oh, she is. I'm sorry. My apologies. Now, Tanushree Mandel has a comment. This is a rehearsal, so we're testing the conference platform. Says this is a great platform, a bit different from others, but once you make it, it's heavenly. Okay, with so many options, I'm loving it. I love your comment, Tanushree. Dr. Subhadeep says hello to all in this rehearsal. And then Taimur Kayani, Dr. Taimur Kayani says, good evening. It is evening, and we appreciate our Asian colleagues for making an extra effort joining after hours, in this case from Rawalpindi, Pakistan. So I want to turn to Shalini Kare, Dr. Shalini Kare from Delhi. Shalini, how are you feeling about this conference? It is now D-15.
I am extremely excited, and I love the platform Hopin. I would like to say hello to everybody and welcome to the rehearsal. And we hope you really enjoy the experience, which is so like a real conference experience. So I hope you make the most of it today. And of course, we're dying to hear from you and the country teams about, as Charlotte said, how they're preparing for the conference. And I hope you have a great time during the rehearsals. Over to you, Reda. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shalini. Now, the organizing team, I want to recognize and honor their participation, their contribution. You can see they come from 35 different countries. You can see how many members of the organizing team come from each country. We, as of Friday, we have 24 global and regional partners. So far, there are a number that are joining the conference, so we're far from done, but you can see that most, if not all, of the global immunization partners are part of Teach to Reach, which is hosted by the Geneva Learning Foundation, really organized by the organizing committee made up of Teach to Reach alumni and supported by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Now, to give you the numbers for the Francophone participants, you can see the largest contingents of participants, registered participants, are from the Democratic Republic of Congo and Burkina Faso and Ivory Coast. For the Anglophones, the largest contingent so far will be probably the unchallenged champion for this conference is the country of Nigeria, followed by Ghana, India, Kenya, Pakistan. So with us, we have Tafida. Tafida, I want to warmly welcome you and would love to hear what your thoughts are about this Teach to Reach conference, your experience in leading the Nigeria country team. Tafida, are you able to speak to us? And I hope that you are.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much, Reda. I'm quite delighted to be part of the Teach to Reach team. I'm happy to be among a cohort of, immunization champions who are ready to take the immunization to every doorstep. So it's been quite a wonderful experience leading the Nigerian team. Like you said, it's the largest. Of course, not without some challenges, but then things have been moving pretty smoothly. So far, so good. We've had lots of progress with our country team meetings. We've done a lot of practice sessions where colleagues who have not been able to, join the live sessions, we've been able to put them through. We've shared experiences with other participants, especially for the fact that we have quite a number of alumni who are always there to support, So it's been such a wonderful experience.
Thank you, Tafida. What are you expecting for scholars working throughout Nigeria? So people have completed one or more of the programs, including Teach to Reach, at a time when Nigeria, just like every other country, is getting ready to introduce COVID-19 vaccines. How do you think being digitally connected in this way can make a difference? And what difference do you think this conference can make? If it's a success, what will be different after the conference?
Oh, thank you very much, Reda. Well, Nigeria, it's it's quite a small but big country, big in terms of population and also in terms of the level of illiteracy. So we have our fears with respect to vaccine introduction, especially the COVID-19 vaccine. This is with respect to vaccine hesitancy. But then I believe the Teach to Reach conference, has been organized to bring everyone together, partners, the national team, and every other person that is involved in the immunization space. I believe it's a great platform for us to learn, to share ideas, and as well as, be able to see how other countries have been able to push some of these activities and have been successful. And then we can learn from their experiences and also apply and try to implement as much as possible, even though it might come with some form of modifications. So I believe the Teach to Reach conference moving forward would go a long way in, creating that cohesion within the Nigerian scholar peer hub, especially for the fact that we are people from different provinces, and now the whole scholar peer hub is bringing all of us together to achieve a specific goal. So I'm really glad to be part of this Teach to Reach conference. It's such a wonderful experience for me in particular.
Thank you so much, Tafida, team leader for the Nigerian Scholar team. Thank you for joining this session, this rehearsal, to help us get ready. We know we're introducing a new platform for this conference. It really replicates the conference experience. I'd like to again turn to Shalini, who has extensively used this platform for a workshop we organized for the World Health Organization Southeast Asia Regional Office. Shalini, would you like to tell us about your experience? What's your memory of this platform? What was unique and different about it? Did it work? What were the problems? Very quickly.
Okay, so Rada, thank you. The thing was that it did replicate the real conference experience, so it was nice. But the only thing that I felt that the scholars, the participants were struggling with was basically the fact that it doesn't have a raise hand feature and an unmute feature, which in Zoom makes it very easy. However, if you have any comments or anything, you can type into the chat box, and the panelists can, of course, answer your questions. So that is one of the difference, but you have a networking feature, which is great fun. You can meet people randomly and talk to them like you would do in a conference. And then you have a sessions where you can go in and 9 panelists can join in, and the moderator lets you in. You can share your screen, you can project your video, and it is easy to navigate as well. And there is a schedule, and you also have a booth, which is like going to a real live booth and actually looking at the products, which means videos and whatever tutorials you have, some stuff that is there. So I think it's very, very different and yet fascinating, and I'm sure you all will really enjoy it. So I see that Sohini is saying, I was just trying out the networking session.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Shalini. All right, so you heard a few minutes ago from Tafida for the Nigeria country team. There are 24 scholar teams from 24 different countries. There is only one team per country. Let us be clear about that. But they are going to have a really active role in the peer learning, the learning between countries, and the engagement, the dialogue with global, regional, and country partners. So I would like to ask you, all of those who have been working in country teams, I would like to ask everyone to offer a round of applause for scholars who have been going above and beyond their day job, who could be content with just doing, finishing their day at 5 o'clock, and instead have made this commitment over time to actually push harder to make a difference for their country's immunization program and for the children of their countries as well. I'd like to ask you to put your hands together on this occasion. Thank you. So in addition, the country workshops are going to be one of the main features of this conference, one of the strongest moments, together with the Global Council of Learning Leaders for Immunization, who will hold the final plenary session. There are going to be very significant thematic workshops, so I want to quickly take you through these. Now, I hear Charles Ibeneme says there's no audio, so I think he needs to reload. Obviously, he can't hear me. So first of all, as you know, on the 18th of December, the COVID-19 Peer Hub finished a major peer learning exercise exploring vaccine hesitancy and specifically how immunization staff have been able to move people from hesitancy to acceptance. That knowledge, that experience will be put to use, could be very useful for the COVID-19 vaccine introduction. Second, we'll have a workshop, a thematic workshop. Many of you have taken the COVID-19 Pulse survey. If you haven't done so, I encourage you to do so now. The closing deadline is this coming Sunday. So that will really help you determine, are you ready for COVID-19 vaccine introduction? And again, it's just a push of a button, type in your email, and you'll get to complete this questionnaire. And we'll be presenting the results of the questionnaire at the conference. Now, I'm going to go through these quickly. As you know, the Teach to Reach program, 989 people finished level 1 certification, developed a project to improve an immunization training. So what we'll be doing at the conference, we'll be picking some of the most exciting, compelling stories of how people on the ground in countries whether it's at the health facility, the district, the region, or the central level, have been able to make a difference with immunization training. Second, with a team from the World Health Organization headquarters, they will be presenting training and supervision materials that they're preparing to support countries, and really looking forward to feedback and dialogue with participants in the Teach to Reach conference. Third, we've invited Gavi to really focus on discuss health system strengthening, and specifically training and capacity building and leadership within that. This is one of the workshops that has, for obvious reasons, retain the highest level of interest from participants, and it will be one of the key moments for the conference. Next is, many of you during the pandemic had to figure out how to pivot training to go from face-to-face to remote. So we'll be having a workshop specifically around that to give you tools, techniques, tips, solutions on how you can more effectively do that. The learning innovation, we've invited Gavi because some of the folks we speak with at Gavi were saying, well, where is the innovation in learning? It's always the same old. And how do we know whether we're really getting a return on our investment? That's my rephrasing, so I'll take ownership for formulating it this way. But what we've done is we had 200 people who registered for the conference who said, I have a success story. I did an amazing learning innovation, and I want to tell you about it. So we'll be building a hand-picked panel to really present what is the learning innovation that they have been able to successfully implement, and what difference is it making. That is what we'll be looking at there. So that is the Teach to Reach conference. A little bit of the agenda. The formal draft program will be coming out in the coming days. Keep an eye on our social media platforms. So on LinkedIn, the Geneva Learning Foundation's page, on the Facebook page, a Digital Scholar Facebook page, which is the Geneva Learning Foundation's official Facebook page. That's where you'll see information first if you're not already on one of the Telegram groups. Now, these rehearsals, this is the first one. We're doing 3 successive Mondays, the 11th, the 18th, and the 25th. This time today, we've only invited the organizing committee members and team leaders to join, as well as some members of the COVID-19 Peer Hub. But starting on Monday, the 18th, we'll be inviting many participants that they wanted to test the platform. And it's a great way to determine if you're going to be able to, if you have enough internet, enough bandwidth to participate in the conference, figure out how it works so that you don't waste time figuring that out when the conference actually starts. So those are some of the initial thoughts. Again, this is D-15. So we're counting down to D-Day is the Teach to Reach conference. And right now we're 15 days away from it. We've got, as of this morning, 2,702 immunization professionals from, I forget the number of countries, but it's an impressive number. And that is what we will, we are keeping registrations open. There is a limited number of seats, but yes, that's why you want to be quick, but you want to go and register. And again, all you need to do is go to the learning.foundation website, and you'll see the registration for the Teach to Reach Accelerator. Now, to secure your seat, you need to request your free conference registration, and that will come with a personal invitation, and you have to complete the registration questionnaire. I'm now going to turn to Charlotte, because I would like Charlotte to pick from, we've got in the room with us, we've got a number of team leaders and members of the organizing committee. Charlotte, could you invite first a member of the organizing committee, then we'll hear from another team leader, I think, that are in the room, if you will.
Okay, thank you very much, Reda. I would like to invite Emmanuel Musa. Oh, no, that will not be fair because his team leader from Nigeria just spoke. So I'd rather turn to Martha. That's a team leader, I know, organizing committee member from Cameroon. And then later on, we can turn towards Bonnie, yes, let's start with Martha. I'm trying to locate. Some people are kind of like losing their connection.
Right.
Martha, please, if you can unmute. Okay.
And Martha, warm welcome to you. Before we hear from Martha, just remember at the halfway mark, at 30 minutes past the hour, whatever time it is where you are, morning, afternoon, or evening, we'll be going to the sessions. So you see now there's a little live button on the stage, and as soon as these sessions are open at the halfway mark, now you just see an open workshop. You will see additional spaces here where you can go for training and to prepare your country workshop, whatever the case may be. Over to you, Charlotte, or to Martha rather. Martha, we would love to hear from you. What are your thoughts? What do you expect? First of all, of course, introduce yourself, and then tell us what does success look like for this conference? What will be different on the 29th of January if we are successful?
Hi, Reda. Thank you, Charlotte. I'm Martha Ngwe from Cameroon, the country team leader for the Anglophone cohort, and also a member of the organizing committee for the Teach to Reach. I think it's an exciting moment for us to come together to learn from one another on how to innovatively improve our immunization training through the platform of Teach to Reach. I think one of the things that we improve on the 29th is the aspect, we have the aspect of vaccine hesitancy, especially with the introduction of the COVID-19 vaccines, that the rollout of the vaccine that we have in the days ahead. So we know that is much more what we are going to learn besides other trainings and on the immunization. So by the 29th, I think we'll have some other aspect, the way we look at training, the way we train our communities, the way we train other health personnel in the EPI organic grab, who are not yet scholars, who will not be part of this Teach to Reach conference. It will be different, not the traditional way that we have been doing, but we'll see some other innovative path in it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So Martha Ngoe, the team leader from Cameroon and the member of the Teach to Reach organizing committee. Back to you, Charlotte. Who's next?
Thank you very much, Reda. Just to be fair, I'm going to turn to Emmanuel Musa. He has been very active, very active member of the organizing committee, as well as a very active member of the Nigerian scholar team, the Teach to Reach conference organizing committee. So we really want to hear from you, Emmanuel, and it's great to have you here today. Over.
Yeah, good evening, colleagues, and this is Emmanuel Musa from Nigeria. This is just a wonderful moment, and it's actually been the time that we've been expecting, and a lot have been so apprehensively trying to look at the time and how to maneuver the apps and how to see if they can be able to get them. Sincerely, it has been a wonderful moment, and we've always, since we've joined the Learning Foundation, it has always been one experience or the other. There's always been new things, open opportunities, meeting new peers, trying to organize ourselves. In fact, it has made us to be one family. At least I can chat Charlotte, I can chat Shalini, I can chat Martha Ngo. That is just the same community of the Geneva Learning Lab. The spirit is just there. Yeah, but then we never can go, just like what my team, the Nigerian team leader, has actually has made a presentation on the Nigerian participants. We've been doing our own best as the community, organizing committee members, and we've actually been an alumni of the Teach to Reach, an alumni of Teach to Reach, and we've been looking forward to that conference, which is coming at 26 to 28. And we've tried our best to see how we can be able to bring other members who had been professionals, and from one aspect or the other, they've been too busy trying to see if they can join us. One, we've tried to convince them. Two, we've tried to make them to see the advantage of them being part of us. And a lot have actually joined. And then we've started our own meeting, the Nigerian meeting. We've had headways on, and we mean it. And then by tomorrow, after today's rehearsal. We intend meeting tomorrow. I'm sure the team, the Nigerian team, they have forgotten to say. So we'll be meeting tomorrow to see way forward on how we can be able to organize ourselves and make sure that we make a better and a proper presentation. I'm sure the team lead will present. I'm sure Charles is there. He has taken his intention to equally present a paper during the global, during the conference. So very well, we are really doing on track. It's all as one or two few hurdles that we're sure that the team lead will equally, I'm sure he's going to make a presentation to Charlotte and you, Reda, to see how you can be able to support us. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak. Thanks, Charlotte. You are doing well. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
I want to commend all of the speakers we've had so far. We've got 4 minutes left. Thank you, Emmanuel. To me, what's remarkable, the heart of Teach to Reach, is that learning is about going above and beyond. And this is precisely what every scholar does by taking a rigorous course and getting to the finish line. And then going above and beyond and joining meetings and figuring out what to do with what they've learned to apply it and make a difference. So that is the heart and soul of the Teach to Reach conference, will be the peer learning within a country, but also between countries. Charlotte, back to you. I think we have time for one last speaker before we go. Again, as I've said, we'll be going, once you're done with the here on the stage, if you're participating in the rehearsal, you'll be going to the sessions next. And there you will see that there are now sessions opened up where you can go either for tutorial to learn to use the conference platform or to prepare with the folks who are participating in the country teams. Charlotte?
Thank you very much, Reda. I want to now turn towards Sohini Sanyal from India. She's been also a very active member of the Teach to Reach Teach to Reach Conference Organizing Committee. She was with us right from the start. So Sohini, we really want to hear from you today.
Hey, thanks, Charlotte. Hi, everyone. Well, to answer Reda's question, what is it going to look like to have a successful conference, and how will things be different on 29th of January? So, my take on this is that if you ask leaders in any organization that is capacity building important for you, the answer will always be a yes. However, when it comes to priorities, capacity building usually takes a very, very low priority after a lot of other things. So I hope the conference kind of helps in bringing these two together, the fact that they recognize that it is important, but also, in driving across this point that it is a priority in today's situation, especially after the pandemic, to not only think of capacity building as something that will enable the health workers, but also as something that will enable to face an emergency. Things happening, things changing at such a lightning speed, that itself requires an attitude to be able to learn very quickly. And these are some of the things that I hope we will see as success stories from the leaders who will attend the conference from many organizations across the world. So that's it. And this platform is really nice. I've already worked on this platform. It's very easy to use. I think that people will be able to use it effectively and easily enough. And of course, I think in the last 15 days to the countdown, everyone needs to really roll up their sleeves and get to work in order to make this a success, because Reda and the scholar teams have been kind enough to make us the face of the conference. So it's really up to all of us to pitch in and do our best now. So thanks, Reda.
Thank you so much, Sohini. So that's it for this. For the first part of the rehearsal, we wanted you to get a taste of what it's like to be actually on the stage with us. For this is the plenary room of the conference, and now at the halfway mark, at the 30-minute mark, if you're participating in the rehearsal, you'll be moving to the sessions, the country team preparation session or the tutorial in English. And just one, so you will find members of our team there, and we'll be inviting members of the organizing committee to take on the moderation, facilitation, rapporteur roles, and so on. Dr. Tanushree Mondal has one last comment. Whoops, didn't mean to wipe that comment away. Yes, very true. She responds to Sohini, I'm guessing. Capacity building holds a big place, and Teach to Reach conference will witness the pulse of it in the real sense. So that's it for this first plenary session on the stage. Now over to the sessions for training, and then you'll get to a taste of networking, where you can connect randomly with another Anglophone participant in the room. Thank you so much. Again, we're very, very much looking forward to this. Already 2,702 registered. Please keep up the dissemination efforts and enjoy these sessions and the networking. Take care.